And welcome back to Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Episode 3 tutorial. My name's Vertnox, or Mr. Vertnox if you want to be formal, as I say. And we're getting to the part of making a farm and a brew industry as soon as they dig out the rest of that tunnel. And get that well set up. Let's go ahead and hit spacebar to resume so we've... Oh, looks like it's already got some water in there. I need to make mechanics, as I mentioned in the previous video, and I'm going to check see if anybody's constructed it. We actually may need to assign somebody to be a mechanic. I'm going to hit the U button, see if we got anybody who happens to be a mechanic. No, we got some peasants that are basically dwarves with no skill sets. Any type is good enough. So let's choose this guy here, Eder Lolordum. He's a peasant. I'm hit the V to view, Y to customize, and let's see, N to customize his nickname. I'll call him Mechanic. Press Enter, escape. And while he's still selected, it's C. And this is strange. It goes back to this mode here where it's not, the laborers aren't selected. So I hit P for profession, L for laborers. I'm going to turn off his hauling. Go to engineering. We're turn that all on by hitting Shift Enter. And other jobs, I'm going to turn architecture on. So that dwarf, when he finishes his job, he should become a mechanic and build the mechanics workshop. That's one thing when you look at a workshop, if it's not being constructed, you can hit Q and look at it. It'll tell you waiting for construction and what skill set it needs to be constructed. In this case, it says needs mechanics. Alright. And we're going. Alright. While we're waiting on that, I want to show you something else as well. I'm going to build a meeting area. Normally, until you deconstruct it, dwarves and animals will hang out in front of here. Until you deconstruct the wagon, I'm going to hit Q, because we don't need the wagon anymore. There's nothing on it, I don't think. I hit Q to select it, X to remove it. Somebody will come along and deconstruct the wagon. We want a meeting area inside, though, for where the dwarves will hang out. Sometimes have parties and make friends. We're going to go to this table here. Center table, and we're going to make a dining room. Hit the R to make a dining room, and oops, hit the plus sign. I'm going to make it kind of big, well, just so it covers the tables. And plus and minus to expand that size. Press enter when done, and I'm going to hit H key to make this a meeting hall, so anybody can come and eat and drink here. It's not you can assign tables to individual dwarves. I never found that necessary unless you're worried about a nobles living quarters, because nobles get upset when people eat at their table. That's the only time you want to assign tables. So I'm going to hit escape. And while we're at that, I'm going to make sure... Another thing I forgot from the previous video, I need to butcher those animals outside and make some food. So I'm going to hit U, go to that cook, which is still drinking, my god. Hit C, and I'm going to go into farming, and what we enabled is just cooking. I'm also going to enable butchery because we want to butcher those animals, and I am going to use the, I believe is the V key. V is in victory, and I'm going to highlight one of these water buffalo, and I'm going to hit S ready for slaughter. Go over here, S ready for slaughter, and it changes from a no to a yes. So they'll get slaughtered. Alright, is my farm plot created yet? Go down there. I'm impatient. They got a ways to go. And let's see what we're doing. A lot of this is just waiting on the dwarfs to do the actions. There you can see the dwarf. He's building the mechanics. Alright, he's built the mechanics. So we need some mechanic tools. I'm going to add Make rock mechanicism. Probably want about five of those, because we'll be needing something else here shortly, which I'm also going to show you, which is called fort defense. We need a door, basically, to keep the enemies out. And is this mud or blood? Hold on, I'm just check something. Oh, it's just sand. For a second there, I thought somebody had gone ballistic and started murdering. Alright. Come on, butcher those animals. Do they move? And also the animals like to hang out in the... Oh, there he goes. See, he's taking that poor bull to the butcher shop. And you'll get a message down the bottom. Oh, there's a drake. Hold on, let me pause that. I think somebody brought around a pet drake. I'm going to hit V, victory. He's been adopted by someone, so you can't butcher him. Let me try another menu here. Z to go into the outpost menu. I'm going to go into animals. I'm going to check out that drake. Yeah, the cook has adopted. That must have came with a cook. And this peacock I can't slaughter either. What happens is animals get adopted by certain dwarves, and they will not let you murder your slaughter. Not really. I guess you can call it murder. Slaughter their animals, and they would probably get really upset if you could, but you can't. So I'm not worried about that too much. Oh, he's going to slaughter the other bull. And once he does that, he puts the food in the stockpile. And we'll have to worry about that. Alright. What did I want to do? Let me check our menu. What is our mason doing? He's not doing anything. I'm going to go ahead and start working on fort defense here, since we're still waiting on our... Oh, never mind. A caravan from Nabas Muthstus has arrived from our... I'm going to drop everything. We'll worry about fort defense because we can't really build the thing while the caravan has arrived. It has now hit the Z key, late autumn, as you can tell. It's time for the dwarven caravans to show up. Now we need to do two things. We need to create a broker, and we need to haul items to the trading depot. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is hit U. I think we got this guy an administrator. I don't know what administrators do, really, but I think they have administrative tasks like bookkeeping, and a broker would probably be a good job for this guy. I am going to go to the V key. I'm going to name this guy Y customize and keyed after that. Broker, enter. I'm going to go in and turn his hauling and healthcare. I don't want him to do anything. And I think other jobs. Don't want him to do cleaning. Other jobs completely off for this guy. And then I'm going to hit the escape key. I'm going to hit the N for nobles. And I'm going to go to the broker. Press enter. And it's easy to find out which guy I meant to do because he's got broker in front of his name. Sometimes you want to pick somebody that's just random, like a peasant or something, to be the broker, and you want to remember which one it was. I didn't even know. Hold on. Did he have any relevant skills? I think he should have. He didn't have any relevant skills. Oh well, never mind. But he'll learn. Don't worry. Brokers will learn, and it's generally easy to remember what the traders want. So I'm gonna hit the Q button, go into building mode, and first I'm gonna hit R to toggle it so trader is requested at depot. He'll finish up whatever he's doing. He'll come to the depot to make the deal, and then I'm gonna hit G to make the goods. This is why you want to build the trading the finished goods depot close to the trading depot, because by default it lists items by distance. And And it's a pain if you have a lot of items far away. So I'm going to select the enter button. There's actually an easier way to do this. We don't have that many mugs to haul. I'll probably by next season have use bins to actually haul everything over. So, but select each shell mug. You can trade shell, but that doesn't. The value of shell itself isn't really going to be that much. Shell. Rough swords. I don't know if that'd be worth anything to trade. We didn't really have that much, but we don't really need that many mugs to start out with. And I'm using the up and down arrow keys, by the way, not the plus and minus. And then the enter button to select these items. And I do apologize. I am guilty about this tutorial where I just kind of do things instantly from memory and then almost forget to tell how I did it. Alright, so we're done here. Escape to done. And I'm at the U, well, give it a second, resume, and hit the U key to see. We don't have that many people. Hopefully we'll be able to get some people helping the hauling process. I've only got one person on duty to haul the cups. Oh, come on. As you see, they're hauling it to the that's the other problem. If they don't haul it, it takes a while. I'm tempted to like turn off all the other hauling abilities and having them all. Oh, there you go. The miners helping out. Does that mean the miners are done with the farm? Yes, they are. Alright. Well, we'll wait for everybody to... Here comes the caravans. This is why you need a 3-wide hallway. Alright, so their miners are helping out. Come on, hurry up. Let me get you to see how many people we got. Trade, store items, bring items to the depot. Oh, one of the miners sleeping. Alright. These people are horrible. Come on. I really should have had bins. That would have probably saved me a buttload of problems. Future reference, build some bins, and I will do that after I finish moving all these items over. Where's my... Oh, he's going to go drink. So we got... I don't know how I could tell he was going to go drink, but I could tell. Hopefully they have some booze we can buy. Oh, come on. Traders will be for a while anyway. And as they haul their cups. And I need to make a trash depot, and that's another thing I need to do after this, is make a trash. We got plenty of trash around, and it's going to be making miasma, as they call it, which makes the dwarfs unhappy. So I need to build a trash depot here shortly. Alright, and our broker is coming back. I'm going to go ahead and start trading while we're... Oh, what is he doing? Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, for... If he's still asleep by the time they haul everything over there, I'm going to fire him. This is one... The broker is one person I often have mysterious accidents, because he makes me so angry, because he doesn't do his job, and it's really important that the trades get done. If the trades don't get done, then you're out of all your goods and services. Alright, he woke up. Alright. He's going back to the trading depot. He's going to trade. I about fired his ass and basically said, get another trade. Alright, so to trade, hit the Q button. Go to building mode with the depot selected at T. And what I'd like to do first is kind of figure out how much I can trade for. I'm gonna go ahead and just, I didn't have all the mugs. I just wanted to see how much I could get. How much we get? We got 1,000. That's good. Come on, baby. Mugs are worth a decent amount. All right, we're not gonna buy any bars, but we are gonna buy food since we're kind of low on everything to start out with. Let me see. Let me just go. I'm going, and I use the arrow keys, not the plus and minus for this. I'm just making sure we don't have. Cow. You can buy some. Hit enter to select some dwarven wine. More dwarven wine. Dwarven ale. And dwarven beer. That's some alcohol we've got. We can start out with. All right, let's go through the thing. And I'm gonna buy some food. I really didn't have as many cups as I'd like. I'm scrolling through the list. Eventually, we'll get to food. Here we go. It starts out with, like, prepared. And it's really cheap too. He doesn't have much food, but that doesn't matter. We don't need that much. Oops. You have to press enter for twice on this because there's 5 of each items. And I'm going to think, and I'm guessing you usually want to give half of what you pay for. I'm going to see if I can get as many plump helmets. He may get pissed at me if I offer too much, but I want to trade for this much. I'm trading for all their food. And I'm going to hit T to trade once it's selected. And he accepted the trade. If you have not enough goods, if you have a negative value, see what the value on one side was value of the other. If the trader profit was like negative, they'll get really angry if you try to hit the T button to trade. Generally, I give them half of what the value of what they traded for. In that case, they usually are happy with that trading, and they'll come back next year with more goods. So I'm going to hit the escape button. Escape to get out of that menu. Hit the Q button. We don't need the broker at the trader anymore. So I'm going to hit R. Escape. Hit the Z key. We got some drinks. We've got enough food and meat to last us for just a little while. So we're all good with that. Oh, I want to make sure we're not going to cook plump helmets. So I'm going to hit Q. I don't know, Q. Hit Z. And we're going to go to kitchen. Here's everything you're allowed to cook. By default, it doesn't let you cook seeds. You can if you're like starving. I'm going to turn off plump helmets. We're not going to be cooking plump helmets. Seed undo cook. And I think that's all we needed to do. Alright. Alright. We're good. Alright. And I was going to show you how to build a farm. Alright. First things first, we're going to make I'm going to make another shortcut. I'm tired of having to find this. I'm going to hit the F3 to find my farm. So I'm going to hit the capital H key to go to hotkeys, F3 to set which hotkey I want, and Z to zoom the location. From here on out, I can hit F1 to go outside, F2 to go to my trade depot, F3 to go to my farm. Alright, so we want, I want a seed stockpile, so I'm going to hit P to make a stockpile. It doesn't have to be that big. I'm going to do 6 by 6. Actually, you don't even need that big. Never know. You never know. I'm going to do 6 by 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And with that selected, I'm at Q or escape. Hit Q to go in building view mode. S to change settings. And we're going to go to food. Oh, we turned on animals by default. I must hit A instead of F. Hit D to disable the animals and E to enable food. I am going to F to forbid each item. Forbid. Oops. We want seeds though, so I hit P to permit seeds. Forbid. F to forbid on each one, and also hit the U while the food is menu to turn off prepared food. Otherwise, they put prepared food in the stockpile for some unknown godly reason. All right, and I'm going to go to the other stockpile, and I'm going to hit S to change settings. I'm going to go into food, and I'm going to disable seeds by forbidding seeds. So no seeds will be in that stockpile. They'll place it downstairs. All right, F3 to go back here. We're going to make a farm plot. So I'm going to go to P to, nope, not P, B to build, W for workshop. I take that back. Is it workshop? Bear with me just a moment. There, it's the first menu. Don't hit B to build and P for farm plot. That's why I thought P the first time. All right, so I'm going to make this kind of. Don't be a dummy and make a small one. All right, hold on. Let me hit Q to go in the menu. X to build. Again, B to build. P for farm plot. That's why it's specialty. So you have it's not like designation you highlight. You have to hit B to build, P for Paul. You have to use, this is complicated. You have to hit the U. Let me debuild it. You have to hit U and K to expand it. So let me do that again. B to build, P for plot, U key to expand it up, K key to expand wide. If you need to make it smaller, you hit the M key to make it smaller. Top, and K to go back, or H to go back the other way. But we're going to use K and U to expand that. Farm plot there. Let them go to town. And while we're at it, I am going to build a large food depot just for the F for food this time. And I'm going to build a large farm plot. We'll dig out some more space down the bottom, but I'm going to just do this for just for plants. Food. And we're going to forbid everything except plants, which we'll use for brewing. And I'm going to D for designation, D again for mine. And I'm going to dig out 2 more spaces here so we can build stills down here. We may expand later, but alright. And wait for the farmer. I'm going to hit U key, see what the farmer's up to. Oh, he's got his hauling set on, so I'm going to hit the C. And I'm going to turn off his hauling. You can shift enter using the plus and minus keys to get to it, and then shift enter to select it. Escape. That should, well, once he's done storing. Alright. I think we built the mechanics also as far as that well. Wait for him to build the farm plot. But as far as that well goes, we need the well inside. So I'm going to hit B. And well is L? Or is that I? L, I guess, for the well. It has to be made on an open space, so I'm going to put it right here. Well, use a shell block, chestnut bucket, pigtail ropes, and one of the mechanicisms. And it places the well there, so our mechanic should, I believe FET Q is that mechanics that, it just needs architecture. So we'll have an indoor well. If somebody sieges us and we have to close up the fort, we'll have a water supply. We can drink we can drink without having to go outside. Alright, what do I need to do? Oh, next step is I need to make a trash depot. You know, a lot of people put like trash dump places outside. I don't necessarily agree. Because you'll get sieged, and during the siege you can't go outside, so you got trash everywhere, and it doesn't really make your dwarves are kind of unhappy with all the trash around. I'm trying to think of a good place to build the trash dump. I'm gonna do it just since we got clay over here. I'm just going to dig it out over here. We got the room. As long as I don't dig into the... Make sure that cuts into the water. Nope. Alright, we're good there. You don't want to flood the farm. That'd be horrible if I just dug right into the wall of the river and flooded the farm. Alright, looks like they finished building the farm plot. So I'm going to hit Q to go to it. And the trick is you have to A, B, C, D for each season. Each season will basically give you like different items to build, like different things you can build in each season. Generally, for what our purposes, we're going to build plump helmets. So we're going to A, B, plump helmets, C, using minus and plus key to move plump helmets, and D. So 4 seasons of plump helmets are going to be built in this plot. And I'm going to escape. So that farmer should be, yep, he's going to plant seeds. And he's going to do that year round. So we'll have plenty of seeds to be planted. And generally, we're going to need a big production for booze eventually. We'll wait for the next migration before we make another farmer. But generally, you want like 4 farm plots, and then like 4. Actually, I take that back. Sometimes you need like 8 stills to fill, like 8 farm plots and 8 stills to quench the thirst of a 250-man fort. Right now, if I hit the U button, we've only got 14 citizens of this outpost, so we really don't have to worry about it yet. And I guess they're putting the seed bags here. Dimple cut, pigtails. Alright, we'll worry about pigtails later. Oh yeah, I want to make bins as well. First thing I'm going to do is go to my carpenter's workshop and hit the Q button and then A button to add item or add a task. And I'll use the plus and minus to go to bin. I want 5 bins. And I'm going to make sure this is set to max bin using the C or V key to change the amount. I want the max bin, so I hit the V key all the way. And I go to the other stockpiles, and I'm going to just make sure I don't have any bins. I don't want bins, so I'm going to hit the capital C to get rid of bins there. Capital C to get rid of bins there. And it looks like I may need more space. As soon as I'm done digging the trash area, we're going to go ahead and build some more space for our things. Alright, and what's wrong with our dwarf down here? Is he... Alright, I was worried that he was stuck down there. Alright, so we got some bins. Oh, and we get a. You also get a liaison, or I can't pronounce the English right now. I guess a representative of the home base of the dwarf civilization that comes to ask you what kind of goods you want. It also tells you what goods they want, but I never look at that. I just give them cups regardless. So I'm going to the escape key to get out of that menu. It just means he's in a meeting, and then he begins talking with the dwarf. At the A to begin discussion. He has basically off map or somewhere on the map. The outpost person is coming to your expedition leader, and he's basically having a meeting with them and determine what they have. Now use the plus and or up and down arrows to go in the side menu here, plus and minus to go in the menus on the left hand side. What we want, and you can ask for stuff you don't want to even buy. I'm using the left and right arrows. To left, right makes these go one way or the other. It's kind of complicated. I'm going to ask for all the logs possible. And what else do we want? We want all the seeds possible. Actually, I don't want sweet pods or rock nuts. I only need the first 3. And what else do we need? We need drinks. We need alcohol. So I'm going to hit the plus and minus to go up down the menu, and then the up and down arrows to go down the mini menus here, and then the left and the right key to kind of move it over. And there's so many meats that I only do like the first page. That's generally enough to let them know you want lots of meat. And the more, basically the thing is, the more it's over to the right, the more likely they're going to bring it on the caravan. And if it's all the way over the right, it's going to be generally 100% usually that they're going to bring it. But it also costs a little bit more. But as long as your industry pumps out enough goblets or whatever, there's other items you can trade besides goblets to let you know. Like trap components are like mega valuable. But I usually there's plenty of stone and it's cheap enough to, and it's just a habit of mine. Alright, so we got meat, fish, and plants, just plump helmets. And that's all I need for now, so I'm going to hit the escape key. I wonder if I could tell where that guy was. So where was my expedition leader? Yeah, he's currently in a conduct meeting, so I'm going to select him, hit C to find him. He's down here. See, here's the expedition leader, and here's the representative. Now, if the goblins show up and kill the expedition leader on the way back, I don't think you get your goods. you don't get that. Let me check something else. Oh, and then he tells you what he wants. I don't know. I'm not interested in this. I'm gonna hit the escape. Done. I just escape out of that. I'm gonna hit Shift D to. Oh, come on. Keeps on Shift D. Yeah, we've got a route. I think I'm gonna cut down some of these trees here. DT. Trees are in the way of the depot. Actually, that's a boulder. Boulders can get in the way. Alright, let's see if we've got everything dug out. No, still. I'm going to build some doors while we're at it. Add new task. Oh, come on. It keeps on, and here's his export agreement, what they would like, what they don't want. I never look at that. It doesn't matter. They're going to get cups, and they're going to like cups. They're going to like, and then he says goodbye. Alright, escape again to get out of that. Alright. So we're doing pretty good. I'm going to hit the Z key. One thing about your stocks, it's got a question mark because you need a bookkeeper to get exact counts, like a dedicated dwarf, and I'll do that when I get a lot more. to get exact counts. But currently you have a rough estimation. Dwarves can't count so high by themselves. But you have a generally, without a bookkeeper, you generally have a good enough idea of what you've got. Just a rough idea. And we've got some good enough stocks for now. Probably need more drinks though. Alright. And let me see what our mason is doing. Construct rock pile. Alright, well. Oh, what is our stonecrafter planting seeds for? Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Let's see. He had farming turned on for some ungodly reason. Alright, let me turn that off. I'm going to assign some other peasant to be a farm. Mechanic. You'll be a farmer. Rovod. Let's get the V and then Y and a customized nickname. I'll just put farmer in there. I'm doing that because he's not actually a farmer, so I can remember that I set this guy to be a farmer. Hit C to view, and we're going to turn off, and we're going to go to farming related, and I'm going to turn on farming fields and plant gathering. Escape, escape. Alright, so we got 2 farmers. They'll be making lots of plump helmets. And we'll be able to fuel our fort with lots of alcohol. And did we build the bins? They built the bins. Oh, yeah, they started building bins. And you can see here and they usually put them really close to the top left corner too. And you see he's taking that bin. He's actually, let me show you something else. He's probably getting unhappy thoughts because he's walking through the gas clouds there. That's from the butcher shop. Unfortunately, they've got decaying animals in there and we don't have a place to bury the trash. So let me see what he dying good for how she's complaining about the lack of well lately. I built a well. She's complaining about the nasty water. She has been annoyed by flies and disgusted by miasma. And that gives them an unhappy thoughts. Eventually they'll get kind of upset. But we'll worry about that later. Alright. As they're placing bins, this makes it easier to process the... Oh, there goes the caravan. They're leaving. But that makes it easier to process. Like, instead of having to have like one dwarf haul or having one or multiple dwarves haul each of these cups individually, they'll be inside one of these. If I go to the finished goods, hit K to view it, it tells me what's inside, and I guess that one's empty. Oh, it says chestnut bin. It doesn't have anything in it yet. But let me check the one they just put there. It should have a bunch of shell mugs. But that makes it easier for them just to pick up the one bin and put it in the trading depot, and then you're done. All right. They're busy making plants there. What are the miners doing? They're on break. Damn lazy miners. No one in this fort works. They're all lazy bastards. All right. Hopefully somebody will start hauling that food, because we don't want it. If they don't haul the food to the stockpile, it sometimes starts rotting, and it's annoying. Alright. Let me see what the well is up to. Well, they've got a well now, so they shouldn't complain. Actually, let me make sure the water beneath it is not stagnant. Sometimes that happens, unfortunately. It's muddy, but it's not. As long as it's 7 deep, they won't get mud in their buckets. But sometimes they'll complain. What's that? K. What is an H? Giant hamster. Large creature-shaped hamster, gigantic. I wonder if that would attack us. I don't know. A lot of monsters or animals just run through. They don't bother you. They just do their thing. Alright, so they're taking barrels out of it. We got lots of barrels looks like we got stockpiles, so we don't have to worry about running out of barrels anytime soon. We'll probably need barrels and pots to when we actually start cooking stuff. Also, I'm going to do something else here. I'm hitting B. Not B. Yeah, B to build. D for door. I'm going to put doors on both of these chicken outposts here. And I'll tell you why a little bit later. We want to get it so the chickens have a produce, because they can't really reproduce while you're taking their eggs. There's a way to actually easily and quickly produce eggs, or produce offspring like baby chickens. Alright, are we done? No, they're still working. I'll wait till they're done before I make the trash place. We got trash any of these purple items in this graphics pack is trash. Let's see if I look at this. This is a cockroach remains, hamster remains. This is stuff the cats have been killing. Hamster, what was that? Arch. Cockroach remains. Tree frog, I guess that's vermin. I don't know. If you don't have cats, you'll lose a lot of food to vermin. So that's why you want cats, if I didn't mention that earlier. Alright. I'm kind of at a point where I'm just going to be waiting on the dwarves to actually do things instead of proactively. So instead of sitting there waiting, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Well, one more thing I'm going to do for you, that I'm going to build this out by 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll expand the that stockpile. It needs to be. And also, I'm going to start. I need a legendary dining hall. So you don't have to have it, but I like legendary dining halls, and this is something that will keep your dwarves happy. Through, if half the fort dies, you'll lose the fort to temper tantrums. But if you have a legendary dining hall, like a dwarf's best friend and mother and father could and wife and kid could die, and they don't care. That's why we want a legendary dining hall. So I'm going to build one really quick. Let me designate these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Alright, that's probably high enough. Oh, what's going on? Nope, got D for designation. Being retarded here. So we get all about that tall there, and we'll make the kitchen next to that, expand that out. So we got a lot to dig there. Oh, come on. So we'll be digging out a legendary hall here, and I'll talk about how you actually make a legendary hall in the next video. So I'm going to pause this now, and this will be episode 3. I want to thank you for all watching, and you have a good night.